Hey, you. Are you in sales? Are you looking to increase your sales productivity? Are you looking to increase your gross, your revenue, your net, your bottom dollar, but you're struggling a little bit? In this video that I'm about to cover right now, I'm going to give you some tips on how to master selling. That's right. Check it out. Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Markiss Stone, and I'm the host of the Daily Dose Show, and I would like to welcome you to the next day of your new life. That's right. See, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. What will you do with yours today on this beautiful September the 3rd, 2019, the year of consistency and the third quarter of the triple threat, family, career, and fitness? Well, you know it is Turned Up Tuesday, so go ahead and turn up. Go ahead and turn up. Go ahead and turn up. Y'all know what I'm about to do. Chug, 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 chug. I had 2 workouts, but you guys know what's up. Somebody needs their daily dose of positivity, inspiration, motivation, and education, and you know your boy Markiss has got the antidote, and I'm coming out to deliver it to everybody. There's some pandas all the way out there in China. There's some Nemos in the deep blue sea. I saw a rhinoceros somewhere over in Africa flipping cars open, and they all need their antidote. But in order for everybody to get it, I need y'all to do me my favor on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hulk smash that share button right now. Just smash it, smash it, smash it. Just hit it, hit it, hit it. Share and beast up that share button. And Mike Tyson, Nintendo, just knock it out the park, because today's topic is gonna be fire. Especially if you're in sales, man. I need y'all to bear with me for just 1 second. Like, seriously, y'all see I am just like disappearing over here, man. This hashtag 75 hard challenge just got me going. But what's really cool is the dad bod is gone. Look, yesterday, that is day number 43. Look, y'all, the dad bod is like literally almost gone. I got side abs now. They're popping a little bit. I've been busting my butt the past 42 days, and there are the results. I'm staying consistent. Indoor workout, outdoor workout, following a healthy diet, reading my book, a gallon of water, no cheat meal, and no alcohol. And you see the results. That is 42 days. Y'all remember what it was like on day 1? It wasn't nothing like that. Wasn't nothing like that. Well, guess what? Since I'm starting to disappear, man, yesterday I started incorporating lifting outside. That's right. I got me some, I forget what you call them things, but they the selectable dumbbells where you just basically rotate your wrist. They're not the Bowflex one, they another brand, but they all do the same thing. But I started lifting outside, and I started incorporating more carbs because I am disappearing. I am not trying to be no skinny mini. So that was me this morning. What time was that? Like 4:30 this morning, out there on the back porch working out, getting my workout in. And right afterwards, I don't know why, I thought it was a great idea to go ahead and do a leg day with weights and then get on this Peloton bike. Oh my gosh, I did a Tabata workout and my legs on fire. That's the reason I got the protein in here, because I need some. Oh my gosh, let me. That's brisk, baby. But anyway, today's topic is going to be pretty lit, man. I know some people came fashionably late. Y'all crept in through the side door. Leanne Ryan Smith always be holding the VIP door open for you. It's all good for you to come late. I just got one requirement, one request. If you here, I need you to do me a big favor. Lyric, tell them what up.
Hulk smash the share button.
That's right. If you're going to come late, at least go ahead and beast up that share with a title. That's right. Make it juicy. Let's attract some more people and get them to the dose house. Today's topic is going to be based off of education, which is the process of receiving or giving. Sometimes I want to say systematic and sometimes I say systemic. Systematic instructions, especially at a school or university. Y'all got to understand, I'm reading this on a small screen. So, and it came from a quote that I read recently from Napoleon Hill. Y'all know I was reading that book, How to Outwit the Devil. I still ain't finished that book. That's a scary book. But anyway, Napoleon Hill says, spend 1 hour daily mastering your craft, and in 3 years, you will become an expert. That's right. That usually equates to about 10,000 hours, Dr. Eric Thomas said. And so today's topic, we're going to talk about how to master selling. I got a lot of people that's in the dose house that are in the selling industry. I have a car salesman. I have insurance salesmen. I got entrepreneurs, and selling is something that we do. I mean, we sell more than just physical objects, tangible objects. We actually sell ourselves as well too, which is what you really should be doing. I mean, I think that a lot of people forget that. They put so much emphasis and focus on their product, and they try to focus so much on features and benefits that they forget a very important thing when it comes to selling. So let's go ahead and get into the antidote.
The antidote is a medicine taken and given to counteract a particular poison. Now, Marcus, it's 6:30 a.m. on the Eastern Time Zone. The dose house is starting to get filled to capacity with people who want that antidote. I think it's time to refill some prescriptions. Hit them with the antidote.
Yep, Brad Smith from TrueCar had his calculator out, said, yep, comes to just about over 10,000 hours. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about 3 tips on how to master selling. And the first tip that I'm going to give you is that you have to realize that if you put selling on a 100% scale, you have to realize that 50% is enthusiasm. Let me tell you, I had an instance a long time ago. This had to be, I believe, around 2009. I went to this Mazda training when they had just redesigned the Mazda 6. And it was great. I love Mazda. They're a great Japanese company. Their styling, their quality materials, I think they're a great brand. And when I went to this training, I learned so much. I was so excited because they redesigned it. They added new elements, new design, new materials, new features, new this, new that. And I was just on cloud. I mean, the trainer was a really great guy. He had a lot of enthusiasm, and I thrive off of energy. So I went back to the dealership, and let me tell you, I took a phone up. And what that means is, customer calls into the dealership, everybody's phone rings. Whoever gets to it first, I was out. I used to walk around with my finger on that trigger just ready for that phone to ring. But I got a phone up, and it was a gentleman asking if we had got the new redesigned Mazda 6. And it just so happened that we got our first 2 in that day. So I was so excited. I said, man, I'm so glad that you asked about this vehicle. You have amazing taste. I literally just left for training. And what's funny is I heard a guy walk away, and he said, when he was mad because, first of all, he didn't get the phone up. I got it. But when he walked away, he said he's about to sell that dude a car. So essentially, I had so much energy, excitement, and enthusiasm for the product over the phone. He said he was comparing multiple brands. I had already did my competitive advantages education, so I already knew all the advantages it had over the competition. So I was wishing he would say something about any other product because I was just about to demolish it. The crazy thing about communication is that the majority of it is based off of your body language. And unfortunately, this guy couldn't see me because he had me on the phone. So what I had to do is I had to work on my tonality, the inflection of my voice and everything. And this guy could literally tell that I was excited. After about a 10-minute phone call with this guy, asking him questions, figuring out what was important to him, letting him know how my product was going to help him to solve whatever problem he had. He said, you know what, I tell you what, I'm in sales, man, and your energy level is so high, I'm going to come check this vehicle out. I live over an hour and a half away, but I'm going to come see you. And sure enough, he wanted to compare several vehicles on my lot. I had them already pulled up side by side. When he got there, I said, I already know what vehicle you're going to buy, but I'm going to just go through the process just so you can go ahead and rule this other one out. If you want, I can go ahead and get the paperwork ready right now, but I just know what car you're going to buy. He said, you sure about that? I said, I'm pretty sure. Next thing you know, he was comparing the Camry, by the way. Brand new Camry, brand new Mazda 6. So guess who sold the Mazda 6 over the Camry, which at the time was like the #1 selling car in the U.S.? This guy right here. You want to know how I did it? I did it through enthusiasm. So much time, you guys are so focused on feature and benefit, feature and benefit, feature and benefit, what's important to you, this and that you guys forget that you have to sell yourself first. People like doing business with people who are better than them. See, I know some of y'all was about to try to complete my sentence and y'all was going to say people like doing business with people who are like them. See, that's that 80s and 90s talk. Y'all got to understand, people don't like doing business with people like them. Sure, there's a great thing to build rapport and have some things in common, but when I go into Best Buy, I'm expecting that dude to know way more about this TV than me. When I go into a car dealership, I'm expecting that salesman to know a whole lot more about the car than me. When I go look for a house, I'm expecting that realtor to know a whole lot more about houses than me. I don't want to do business with somebody that knows just as much as I do. I want to do business with somebody that knows much more than I do, that has an amazing personality, that our vibe attracts our tribe. You get where I'm going? So again, for you guys that was going to complete my sentence because of something you heard in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, people don't like doing business with people like them. People like doing business with somebody that's got some expertise, somebody that's a master. When you go somewhere to do business, don't you want to deal with somebody that's a master of their class, I'm talking real fast. Bear with me. I'm trying to burn the Daily Dose studio house to the ground today. Don't you want to deal with somebody that's a master of their craft? You don't want to deal with somebody that's average in their craft and you go ask them questions and they go, Alexa. I can't really say it because she be listening back there. SIRI. I can't really say that either because I got like 5 devices that's Apple and she be listening to. But don't you want to deal with a master? You don't want to deal with a novice. You want to deal with an expert, somebody that can answer all your questions, somebody that has a great personality, somebody that's going to be enthusiastic, somebody that actually loves the product that they sell and can present it in a way that is going to let you know that this is the real deal Holyfield. Am I making a little bit of sense? So the next time that you approach a customer, understand, I got to spend a lot of time on this because, again, if it's 50%, you know the rest of the stuff is going to be less. I got to spend a lot of time on excitement and enthusiasm and your energy level and all that because you guys forget that you have to sell yourself first. People do want to do business with somebody that they actually like. Stop spending so much time focused on your product, becoming an Inspector Gadget and a know-it-all, talking about all these little minuscule things that your consumer doesn't even care about, and start spending a whole lot more time knowing about your product so that when you do find something that's important to them, you can present it with enthusiasm. I know the reason that a lot of people aren't enthusiastic in sales is because you don't take the time to invest in yourself to become a master of your product or your craft as well too. You spend too much time just being lazy, just worrying about what everybody else is doing, becoming a negative Nancy or a terrible Todd, and just worrying about everything else except for spending the time to master your craft. When you do that, that builds confidence. And a lot of people don't have confidence, and that's why you're not prepared when you get to that consumer because you haven't taken the time to invest in yourself. Do you guys get where I'm going? Take the time to invest in yourself. Once you study your product or your process, you do it repeatedly so you become a master. Once you have all the answers, you can present your product more confidently. That confidence just oozes out of you and you're able to present that product enthusiastically. Am I making sense? You see how you go from here to here? The reason you're boring, bland, and just a regular or average novice is because you haven't taken the time to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. All right. Sorry, I went on a tangent. Zach per tweet. Can I get a hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Number 2, if 50% is based off enthusiasm, understand that 43% is process. That is right. Process, process, process. Okay. Hopefully your leadership, your bosses, your managers, whatever you want to call them, have gone through the rigmarole and done some fantastic things to the point where the owner or the general manager has elevated them to a level of leadership, and their whole sole purpose in life right now, if you're watching this, leaders, is to develop the rest of the staff. See, some people have this mindset when they become a manager and they're like, oh, I made it. And they just like kick back and relax and kick their feet up. It's leg day. I can't get my leg up too high. But they get real comfortable. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Look, don't oust nobody in the comments section. We do not start fights up in the Dose House. But I'm pretty sure some of y'all know, y'all got the managers that just stay at their desk all the time or stay in their office all the time, never come out, never want to help, always throwing their hands up in the air, always got a fit, negative Nancy, and they're supposed to be the leaders of the organization. Am I making sense to somebody? But understand, there was a process that was followed almost to a T, repetitively, consistently over time that results to a sale. You know, understand this, selling, no matter what business you're in, if you're a great salesman, what you're doing is solving somebody's problem. The reason that you have a consumer is because your consumer has a problem. As soon as you investigate and try to figure out what your consumer's problem is, and you have a product or a solution to their problem, the majority of the time you will make a sale, especially if it works within the budget range in which they allot it for. And in some cases, if you're a fantastic salesperson, if you go above and beyond, if you're a master in your craft, and you actually follow a process to a T, and customers love you, and they trust you, and they respect you, some people will actually even elevate their budget and spend a little bit more just to do business with you. Get out of here. You know, I'm not telling you things that I've never seen done or practiced or implemented or reality has happened myself. Yes, believe it or not, people will actually pay more to do business with you. Okay. I know because people paid a whole lot more to do business with me, and that's not boasting or bragging, but I'm just saying, when people see value, when value exceeds price, that's when people end up usually purchasing from you. But the problem is a lot of people confuse value with features and things that it has. A lot of people think that in your product it's like, hey, my product has this, my product has that. I call it the it's got method. It's got this and it's got that and it does this and it does that. Well, guess what? If your consumer doesn't care about all the things that it's got, you're not necessarily building value in your product right now. Am I making sense to somebody? Zach per tweet, can I get a hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
Follow your process to a T. There was a process that has been implemented that is proven that if you follow this, now understand that there's going to be some slight modifications. There's different personality profiles and not every customer is exactly the same. And I get that, but you do have a blueprint. You do have a skeletal structure. You do have a roadmap how to take a customer from A to Z. And the more you deviate outside of that road, the less likely you're going to be able to sell your product or service. So understand that. And obviously, if you've done the quick math in your head, then you understand that 7% is actually the product. Now, hopefully you guys have been paying attention because I've been pretty much saying that the entire time. Yes, you must master your product. Yes, you must know your product inside and out. Yes, you must be elite status when it comes to the certification of whatever product or service that you're selling. It's your job. Invest in it daily to learn more and more and more. Now, that does not mean that you're just going to vomit all this information out to whoever your consumer is. As soon as your customer asks you about your product or your service, you do this and that and blah, 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 and it does this and that, and it cures this, and it makes sure you this, and if you're drowsy, it'll do this and that, whatever. You're not just going to vomit all that information. When you spend a lot of time getting to know your consumer, figuring out what their problem is, trying to understand them as a consumer, really wanting to build massive amount of rapport with your consumer, trying to understand their concerns and their problems, empathizing with your consumer, and I'm talking about genuinely from the heart, not just because you want to sell something and get a commission. I'm talking about genuinely from the heart. When you take the time to do that, and when it's time to let your consumer know that their problems that they're having, you can fix it and you have an amazing solution with the product that you have, and you can present your product with so much enthusiasm and let them know that, hey, for this problem right here, this is going to take care of that. You create that realistic scenario and you show what life is going to be like in this new thing. You present it enthusiastically. You do that a bunch of times, and next thing you know, you shouldn't even have to ask them to buy your product or service. They should be pretty much just like, take my money, here. How much you want? You take debit, credit, charge, all that. What do? You PayPal, Quick Pay, Cash App. How do you? People should be throwing their money at you because you've built a massive amount of value. But understand it has very little to do with the product, because the majority of the time in 2019 with this thing called the internet that we have, the majority of customers do some sort of online research before they come to your establishment, facility, or whatever product or service that you're selling. So they have an idea. They just need somebody that's educated, that's enthusiastic, that cares about their wants, needs, and desires, that's going to provide a massive amount of value, be their friend, and sell them a service. Let's go ahead and go down the Sales Master Checklist. Hopefully, I made some sense to somebody today. Hopefully, something registered inside of your brain, and you can realize that some of you have been doing it a little bit wrong. And it's okay. It's okay, because today is a new day. Let's go down the Sales Master Checklist. Understand that one. Get your enthusiasm level up. If the reason you can't get your enthusiasm level up is because you're not a master of your craft, start investing in yourself today to build that confidence. So when you do get your consumer and you're talking about your product or service, you can present it enthusiastically. Number two, there has to be a process in place. You cannot just go out there and wing it and expect some results. Now, if you got a great personality and you can wing it, will you get some sales? Sure, you'll get a few here and there. But again, we want to become a master and we want to reach elite status, so we have to perfect our process by investing in ourselves. And last but not least, number three, understand that the product that you have, yes, you absolutely have to be an expert at it. You have to know ins and outs. You have to know every single thing about it, but you have to know when and where and in what situation to present whatever features or advantages or benefits that your product has over something else. But you have to be able to do it enthusiastically. If you have a great personality, I'm here to tell you guys right now, when I first got into business, my first few months, I made, at the time, the most money I had ever made in my life. And a big part of it, a huge part of it, was the fact that I was using my personality to sell. I was so excited. I had just finished fighting in a war, making $24,000 a year in Iraq, and here I was making over $10,000 a month my first few months in the car business. So of course I was enthusiastic, because I was like, wow, I'm not even an expert. I'm a new guy right now, and I'm doing all this amazing things. I'm just basically using my personality to sell. I knew a few little things here and there, but when I I capitalized on those. Those things that I did know about, I just maximized and had so much excitement, and I wanted to make sure that my customer experience was exceptional. Gosh, man, I think I was just trying to burn the Daily Dose studio down to the ground today, so let me just cool off here real quick, man. Woo. Somebody feeling me? Can I get some likes? Can I get some loves going down the stream right now? I can't really see it. I'll watch it on the replay. But here's the deal. If you actually enjoyed that, I don't do education too much because I'm usually trying to inspire, motivate, and help other people. But you know, I got to sprinkle a little razzle-dazzle in there sometime. In case you catch this on the replay, I'm sorry, that's the store. If you want to help me out and get some swag, I greatly appreciate it. Go get you a hat, a dose bag, some shirts and stuff like that. Represent your boy. That'll be great. Just head on over to thedailydosestore.com and check out some swag. I got guy stuff, I got girl stuff. You'll love it. But what's really cool is if you catching this out on the replay, you guys know you can skip past all the shout outs and stuff. If you go to YouTube and just type in my name, Markiss Stone, Markiss, that's right, 2 S's because I'm twice as nice. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and take your Thor hammer and bang that notification bell. You'll always get notified in case you don't want to wake up super early, but it's all good. I highly encourage you to do it because live is the best way to catch me. 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time Zone. Type in the Daily Dose Show in the search bar. Hit the thumbs up button. Those 3 dots underneath the thumbs button. Hit the following button. Change the settings to see first. Edit the notification settings right there to standard so you can always catch me. Check out the outro.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to the Daily Dose. I hope you got your antidote today. Your daily dose of positivity, inspiration, and motivation. Check me out every Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time Zone on Facebook Live. And don't forget to Hulk smash that share button.
I do what I do from the heart and I don't expect anything in return. I'm a kid from the south side of Chicago that's here to make my family smile and inspire the world at the same time. Y'all have a fantastic Turned Up Tuesday. Peace.
Be sure to go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you really enjoyed it. Go ahead and make sure you subscribe, take your Thor hammer, and just bang that notification bell. And if you can greatly leave a comment, I'd really appreciate it. Y'all have a fantastic day.